for some again, I've told many stories about my dad on here. Like, if there's one thing I say about the guy, he is so goddamn funny. Like, there have been so many times in my life where he's done something to upset wherever we're at in public, 20, 30 people. But me, man, I think that shit rocks. It's hilarious. I've definitely told the story. I mentioned it before several times. That he clotheslined the dog and not KO'd the dog.
Yeah.
But he also there was one time that do you know Stevie Ray Vaughan?
Yeah.
Do you know his cover of "Mary Had a Little Lamb"?
I think I've heard it before. Yeah.
Mary had a little lamb. Anyway, it's not important how the song goes because we were at a beach house that my uncle rented. Is my mom's brother, and my cousin Brian was like, he's always been. I'm not kidding, dude. He's probably been 200 plus since he was like 10 years old. Big boy, large, and this was the time my dad got me fucked up on Arbor Mist when I was like 9. But so he was already in the doghouse.
I like that. That's a story you can reference. This is when I got drunk when I was 9. Yeah.
Yeah. He was already in the doghouse. So when my dad is in the doghouse with my mom, he doubles down. He's never been an apologizer, which respect. It was a very sort of a chaotic way to grow up, but he wasn't like a babe, I'm sorry guy. He was like, well, fuck it. Like, we're going to do it. You want me to apologize? Hell no. Like, he's just kind of, anyway. So he sang, he pulled out, my dad would pull his guitar out of seemingly anywhere. But he wasn't like a corny, it wasn't like a corny guitar to party guy thing. He would just take a song that he recently learned, Alice in Chains, Metallica, Stevie Ray Vaughan or whatever, and he would do parodies. But it would not be about gay stuff that people love to do now. It would be something incredibly insulting and rude about somebody within 10 feet from him. And he would do the whole song. And so that was my cousin Brian. He was going up under the patio, the second story. So we were sitting up on the second story patio of the beach house, and he was under it with the water hose, and he was squirting everybody through the slats, the gaps in the wood, and he kept getting water on my dad's guitar. And so my dad picks the guitar up, and he starts doing "Mary Had a Little Lamb" by Stevie Ray Vaughan, the blues version, but about how my cousin Brian, who is a 7 or 8 year old boy, is hopelessly medically fatter than fuck. This is a child. My uncle is right there. His wife next to him. My mom, his aunt, 10 feet over there smoking a cigarette, just fucking head in her hands, dude. And he's like, my dad's like, had a fat ass little nephew. He really smelled like shit. And my mom's like, David, stop. And my uncle's just, it's his son's, it's his fat little boy. He's not athletic. He's not smart. He has no redeeming qualities, but that's his only son, right? And when you're from Texas and you've got a fat boy who is not remarkable, it's still your fat boy. So he's pissed, right? And my dad will not stop. Everyone's like, David, cut it out. And he's like, he's really fat as fuck. And I'm fucking wet. Probably also I'm fucking shithouse drunk, dude. And my dad's and my dad is a really good guitar player. So it would be funny if my dad was just kind of okay, but he's hitting blues scales fat motherfucker boom bam boom bam and I'm like, God damn, I am losing my fucking mind. And what was another thing that made it all the more funny is he is the king of when a joke stops being funny, even it's pissed so many people off, but the people who thought it was funny have been all right, that's enough. He does not stop. He just when you're oh, that was good. How long's this been going on? 2.5 minutes about your nephew being so fat that he can't get upstairs normally, and he's right there. The kid could hear it. The water stopped spraying, and then you look down through the slats. He's just My dad's like looking down at him like, I see you looking up here. Bah, 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 you fucking fat piece of shit. And like finally the song ends and he's like, all right, well, I'm done. It just goes inside and like pours himself a drink. And like and like shit like that happened like all the time. And I don't like, again, like I can't, you know, he was had his own set of fucking problems, his own demons in his own way. But like I credit him in completely for like a sense of humor that really hasn't benefited me in any way and has made many people not like me at all. but it is like the show, like being able to like sell shirts on, like, I don't know, like he's the funniest fucking guy I know. Like Ashley, we talk about it all the time. Like she's like, I don't know, man, like your dad's something else. He's a fucking trip, but like last Christmas when we first started this show, like 3 weeks after we first started.
Yeah.
We go over. My dad doesn't really get people stuff for Christmas. He just doesn't. When we were kids, it was all my mom's doing. My dad would put his name on shit, but he never really had any money. Mm-hmm. And like, you know, neither did my mom really. But he just didn't. You didn't get gifts from dad. My mom would get the gift, and then he would do like a signature on it, like he was a celebrity. It just didn't say from dad. It said like from Dave. like that's what the present would say.
He's got like a fancy D on there.
Yeah, no, it's like a slanted D and then little A. Yes, exactly. And fuck, what was I saying? God damn it.
He got her something.
Oh yeah, yes. So like when this happened, I was like, I wasn't weird or jealous or anything. I was just like, so we walk in, we're sitting down, and my dad walks in drinking. I told you about the swamp juice thing, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, God damn it.
All right, we can get to that.
We can get to that. But anyway, so
oh, yeah, swamp juice. Yeah. Yeah, so no, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
that
so
thing that dads drink, swamp juice.
So he's like, hey, Merry Christmas, motherfuckers. And, you know, like stained denim shorts, big dog shirt that's got fucking queso on it. He's like, hey, Ashley, I got something. Merry Christmas. And he pulls out a big bag of weed and throws it at her. Like, it hits her in the chest. And it's got he drew it on it. It's from Dave, and he drew on the, like, Nirvana X smiley face on it with, like, the squiggly X's. And he was like, I think it's like an eighth in there. I ain't sure. But it's yours. You can smoke it. Smoke all of it. I don't care. Smoke right now if you want. But Merry Christmas. And I was like, it's like, your dad buying your girlfriend weed for Christmas, not that. I mean, it's not that. I mean, it's not that weird, but it's like it was really just like I was like, dude, I would have liked some weed for Christmas. Like I would have liked the but at some point, like. But anyway, the swamp juice thing, dude, I could have swore I told you about this. He will go.
I don't think I would forget a story about something called
about
swamp
a grown
juice.
Man drinking something called swamp juice. So he goes and gets one of the lemonade vitamin waters. And
it's an awful start.
Yeah, it's a yeah. He goes and gets one of the lemonade vitamin waters, and then a blueberry Mio, one of the little additives.
Yeah,
and the caffeinated one, I think. And he drinks half of the lemonade vitamin water, and then he fills it up with the blue like puts like half the blue Mio in there, and then tops it off with Svedka vodka. And he walks around and drinks that all goddamn day. And he calls it swamp juice because the color of it, it's like a sickly, it's like the yellow, and then the dark blue of the Mio makes it like a sickly brownish green. And he drinks it hot. Like he doesn't have AC in his car. So the drink will just get the temperature of a hot car in Texas, 130, 140 degrees. I don't know. Not that hot, but hot.
Like 115 maybe.
Yeah. And Ashley was there. Like, again, I'm not embarrassed by, like, my dad's my dad. Like, I told her, and Ashley, you know, we've been together 2 years now. She gets it. But anyway, we're at that's the same day as the weed gift giving story.
Yes.
She's like, "What are you drinking?" He's like, "Oh, it's my swamp juice." And she's like, "Swamp juice?" Rightfully so. But he said it like everyone should know what that is.
Yeah, it's fucking swamp juice, man. What are you, What are you, stupid or
What
something?
are you, retarded?
Yeah.
Yes. So, of course, everyone, when he's like, "Oh, this is swamp juice," like nonchalant, we're all like, "You have to explain now. Like, you have to, like, let us know." And so he's like, "Oh, well, what you going with swamp juice? Fucking good because you can't walk around and drink liquor, right? So, but you can walk around and drink swamp juice." Like, he goes on like a TED Talk speech. Like, he's standing in the kitchen and he's like, "You're going to go to the gas station. You're going to want to get yourself lemonade vitamin water. You're going to want to make sure it's a lemonade one, okay? And then you're going to want to go to CVS or wherever carries the little Mio things, and you're going to want to put the, like, 2-3 big squirts of Mio in there. And then you're going to want to fill it with vodka. I drink Svedka, and then you shake her up real violent. Tastes fucking so good, and you can walk around drinking it. Nobody's going to say nothing. It looks like something you drink going to the gym, you know, like something you drink. I mean, it just looks like a drink, you know. And I'm, again, coming from a guy who has like 3 DUIs, like, he's like, "You walking around, I walk around drinking at Walmart. I drink it at the store. Nobody asked me." It says, and I'm like, okay, like, it's nothing new to put liquor, like, in a bottle of water and walk around drinking it. I did that in high school. I did it in college. I've been doing it since I was like 15. But to make like a cocktail, like a shitty one that doesn't taste good. Because he was also like, he was like, "You got to try this, man. It's refreshing, tastes great, get you fucked up." And I'm like, all right, whatever. It tasted like dog shit. It's like sugar-free, like you know, like aspartame vitamin water taste.
Yeah.
And then way too much those Mios are sour. It's like the concentrate is like super tangy because you're supposed to do like 2 drops into a glass of just normal water. So it's like sickly sour, dark diarrhea green, and then it's like half of a 16-ounce bottle, 8-9 ounces, maybe, of fucking like hot vodka, because he keeps his vodka in the back of his car. So the vodka's already hot when it goes in the drink. And he's like, "Man, I drink this shit." I mean, it just...
And also, like, you can just get like a Yeti or something. Like, if you had it in like just something where you couldn't see what it was.
Yeah, but Yetis are like high-end dad, like...
Yeah, but like you can get...
A similar... I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
like
you can get one of those for like $10.
Yeah, you get like a knockoff. Yeah, no, my dad doesn't rock that way. My dad just drinks out of like whatever plastic is in the car still. Like, he doesn't really... But yeah, the swamp juice thing, whenever I see him and he's got a fucking big bottle of vitamin water and it's like a sickly green color, I know that he's at least out of a 1 to 10 drunk level, like a hard 7. And it's like midday Tuesday. He's like, "Yeah, figured I'd start early." I'm like, 5 days early? But, yeah, like, I don't understand. Like,